What's the difference between a leopard and a jaguar? Are there really any differences, or are they just two names for the same cat? You might be surprised to learn that these two big cats are undissimilar as you may have thought. There's some pretty major differences between them, including one major difference in where they live. But other than that, what else makes them different? Let's take a look at these two felines and see how they compare to each other. First, let's talk about their differences in appearance. Both animals are roughly the same size with similar body measurements. However, the jaguar is typically a little bit heavier than the leopard. The jaguar has a stockier build with shorter legs than the leopard, while the leopard has a more slender build with longer legs. In addition to this, the jaguar has a larger head and more prominent cheekbones than the leopard. When we look at their fur, the most obvious difference between these two cats is the pattern of their fur. Jaguars have a rosette pattern, which means that their spots have a circular shape and they are all roughly the same size. On the other hand, leopards have a rosetted pattern, which means that their spots are shaped like little flowers. Each spot is unique, and the size of the spots can vary across the animal's body. In general, the spots on a leopard's tail are smaller than the spots on its body, whereas the spots on a jaguar's tail are the same size as the spots on its body. Another difference between the two is the color of their leopards typically have a yellow or tan background color with black spots, while jaguars can have either a yellow or a gray background color with black spots. The next difference between these two cats is the way they move when they walk. If you would observe these cats walking, you would notice that the jaguar has a distinctive way of walking that sets it apart from the leopard. The jaguar has a distinctive way of walking that involves its tail being held high in the air with the tip of the tail touching the ground. The jaguar also takes unusually large steps when it walks. On the other hand, the leopard walks with its tail down between its legs and takes much smaller steps than the jaguar. Another major difference between these two cats is their diet. Although both animals are carnivores and will eat similar prey, the way they hunt their prey is very different. Jaguars are ambush predators, meaning they like to sneak up on their prey before attacking. They tend to stay hidden in the tall grasses or behind trees until their prey comes close enough for them to pounce. Once they have their prey, they will use their powerful jaws to deliver a fatal bite to the neck of their victim. On the other hand, leopards are not very good at staying still for long periods of time. So, instead of being an ambush predator, the leopard prefers to stalk its prey before making a quick dash to catch it. Leopards are also known to climb trees to get away from other animals and to eat their prey. However, jaguars cannot climb trees because of their heavy bodies and the length of their legs. Finally, perhaps the biggest difference between these two cats is their habitat. Jaguars are only found in the Americas, ranging from southern United States through Central America and South America. Jaguars prefer to live near water such as rivers and swamps. On the other hand, leopards are found in both Africa and Asia. Leopards can live in a variety of habitats, but they are most commonly found in grasslands and savannas. So there you go. Those are some of the major differences between leopards and jaguars. Although these cats look similar, there are some key differences between them. Next time you see one of these big cats in the wild, take a closer look to see if it's a leopard or a jaguar. Thanks for watching.